games like that are why I just can't quit drinking.
Look, you have an outlier free throw shooting game like that, which I don't think I've ever seen the Knicks do anything quite like that. And I do think that is the first takeaway. When you miss that many free throws, including clutch free throws that make it a tighter game than it should have been, and they missed a lot of open three-point looks as well. I don't think there's a tremendously deep takeaway from this game other than they'll shoot better from the line and they'll shoot better from three, and they would have won this game by 10, 15 points probably on a normal night. This was a wild shooting performance in a negative sense.
They got to win. Last year, there were games that were not great games, and they got to win. And I would try to reflect the opinions of like the vocal minority. And afterwards, people be like, come on, man, they won the fucking game. Be happy. I'm going to be happy about this one. Because You know why I'm going to be happy? Because you know what the alternative is? We're sitting here talking about a goddamn loss. And that would not have been good. But I do want to at least start out by acknowledging that how many times have you felt as a Knicks fan playing defense where it's like, oh my God, how are they going to get a stop? Mm-hmm. And they did not have OG Anunoby. His absence is hovering over this whole thing like a giant cloud. You cannot talk about what this defense is incapable of doing right now without mentioning the fact that they are missing a guy who's playing at, again, unequivocally an all-defense level. That said, there are 30 teams in the NBA. How many of them are worse ranked than the Dallas Mavericks in offensive rating?
0.
That would be 0. And by the way, I know he's 18 years old, but they were missing arguably their best offensive player tonight, best healthy offensive player tonight.
And it comes down to the inability to keep guys out of the paint. In this case, it was both quick guards and big wings. In the first half, it was a big wing who just powered his way to the rim over and over again, and Najee Marshall. In the second half, it was more their point guards, whether it was D'Lo or Williams, splitting, targeting Brunson, easily getting into the paint, and then we're overhelping for Brunson, and then they're spraying for threes. It just didn't feel, you never felt like they found any defensive traction until the last 2 or 3 minutes when I thought they actually did find it, which is really why they won the game, starting with a Landry Shamet pressure defense possession where he single-handedly forced a turnover when he checked back into the game.